Brianna Francis, and today I would like to give you a brief tour on my content kit, my social studies content kit. So let's get right into that. Good. So now we have our social studies content kit. Now, in my first lesson, I look at what is a community, or the definition of a community and the types of community. Now, for my teaching material, teaching aid, I use a television, my aid in the form of a television, whereby I had my remote and I switched on my TV to grasp my children's attention, and we went through what is the definition of a community and the three main types of a community. Now here on the TV, you're seeing the first one that we're looking at here is the rural community, along with the definition and some characteristics within that rural community. Now that was brought us to the first part of my first lesson. So after the children have finished looking at the television, where it had portrayed on the screen the definition of the community and the three main types of the community, for my second lesson, the topic that we looked at was community workers. Let's go straight into that. Great. So Ms. Lorenzo, for the second lesson, we looked at community workers. Now for my community workers, I went ahead and made a teaching aid. Here we have one of our community workers, which is a police. Our second community worker is here on my teaching aid or teaching material is a doctor. We also have a firefighter and a teacher. And this is one of the aids that inspired me to use for my lesson that is a part of my content kit for my second subtopic for the subject social studies. Let's go into our third subtopic. So in my third lesson now, we looked at the development of the community, whereby children were able to look at the model of the community that I made. It was passed around in the different groups, and they were able to look at it also with the different activities given. They were able to say, what can we do to develop the community, or what can you do to develop your community that you live in? So they were able to take a look around at the model and give their feedback or reflection on what can I do to develop my community, what are some of the things that I can do to develop the community I live in, or the community that I come and be within day-to-day. Example, my school, what can I do to develop my school? They were able to reflect and think, pair and share with not only their colleagues but also their class teacher on what they have learned. Now for our fourth and last lesson, let's get straight into that. Last but not least, the fourth lesson. The fourth lesson that I looked at for my proposal is environmental cleanness. Now after we looked at development of the community, we went straight into environmental cleanness. Here I have my model, and you can see here we have two globes, a happy globe and a sad globe. Now I would have sent around my model to the children in the class in their groups, and they would have been able to, just by looking at the model that I made, what would be the topic that we were looking at today. They were able to say what's the difference with the two different globes, what's going on with their environment, because remember the topic that we looked at was environmental cleanness. The children was also able to give their feedback on what is going on with the environmental A, the environment A, and environment B. Now the four model that I have shown to you in my video would have covered my four subtopics under the topic social studies. And this has brought me to the end of my content kit. I do hope that we all was able to grasp something for it, and hope to see you next time.